Sorted after the war, then the race. The history books, they tell of their defeat in 45. They all came out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died. They say the prisoner of Spandau was a symbol of defeat. Whilst Hess remained in prison, then the fascists they would beat. So the promise of an Aryan world would never materialize. So why did they all come out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died? The world is riddled with maggots. The maggots are getting fat. They're making a tasty meal of all the bosses and bureaucrats. They're taking over the boardrooms and they're fat and full of pride. And they all came out of the woodwork on the day the Nazi died. So if you meet with these historians, I'll tell you what to say. Tell them that the Nazis never really went away. They're out there burning houses down and peddling racist lies. And we'll never rest again until every Nazi dies.
Woke up one morning and there were soldiers. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Woke up one morning and there were soldiers. The invasion had begun. Lend me your shoulder, we'll stand together. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Lend me your shoulder, we'll stand together. But I feel my time has come, and if I die here for the resistance, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. And if I die here for the resistance, you must lay me in my grave among the flowers upon the mountain. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Among the flowers upon the mountain, let me rest among the brave. Someday the people will pick the flowers. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Someday the people will pick the flowers, and they will remember my name. This is the flower of the resistance. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. This is the flower of the resistance, and those who died for liberty. This is the flower of the resistance. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. This is the flower of the resistance, and those who died for liberty. This is the flower of the resistance, and those who died for liberty.
Come all of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
My daddy was a miner and I'm a miner's son, and I'll stick with the Union till every battle's won.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
They say in Harlan County there are no neutrals there. You'll either be a Union man or a thug for J.H. Blair.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Oh, workers, can you stand it? Oh, tell me how you can. Will you be a lousy scab or will you be a man?
Which side are you on? Which side are are you on?
Don't scab for the bosses, don't listen to their lies. Us poor folks haven't got a chance unless we organize.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
I was born in the Dublin street where the lion drums do beat, and the lovely English people walked all over us, and every single night.
Hello there, everybody. How the devil are we all? I am very well. I thank you for asking. I apologise for this ridiculously early stream, this ungodly hour that I have risen. But as it says in the title to this, I will be attending a football match later this evening, and so my regularly, well, I mean, I don't really have a regularly scheduled time, but the kind of time that I do stream usually it will be occupied with watching what is essentially a dead rubber, even though it is it's literally the beginning of fucking March, and it's essentially a dead rubber between Birmingham City and Queen's Park Rangers. Birmingham City are 2 points ahead of them in the table, which is good. But essentially neither team's going anywhere. But, you know, I mean, you might say that's useless, Kev. But then again, so is all human activity, as the heat death of the universe will render every single thing that any human being has ever done, from the mightiest pen to the lowliest creature, absolutely worthless. But that doesn't stop us. And I've already paid for my fucking season ticket, so, you know. I mean, it's happening. Come to fucking peace with it. Anyway, how are we getting on? Are we alright? Thank you, Goat and Dog, for 25 streaks. Not streaks, 25 stream streak. Whatever. Fucking kill me. Right. In Minecraft, of course. Question. Is the white smoke over Israel indicative of Israel having picked a new Jeffrey Epstein? Fucking Christ. It's too early to test my stomach muscles like that. Jesus fucking Christ. That is sensational. I was going to say the pedo pope, but then again that's just the pope, isn't it? You know? King of the nonces. That is exceptional work. Well done there. No, it's actually a sign that they fucked around and are now finding out, I believe, is why there is smoke over Israel currently. What is this? Hi Kev and chat. Wonder if you could all share and consider donating to Birmingham Green Party's local election campaigns. We've got a real chance to provide opposition to the big reform threat coming from Birmingham. Blah 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 blah. Love a fellow Green. Well, hello Sven Abel. I was as a fellow Birmingham Green. How are you? Yeah, everyone go and check that out. Okay, what's this? On the May the 7th, blah blah blah. Green Party bold ambition for Birmingham. 2026 starts now. Every seat we win stops reform, etc., etc. Yeah, okay. You know, I'm very much on board on that. As both a Brummie and a member of the Green Party, everyone, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll even pin that. No, I've pinned entirely the wrong fucking thing there. I've pinned Goat and Duck. Goat and Duck? Goat and Dog? How do I unpin that now? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, this is an abysmal fucking start. Right. I don't know. I'll just pin that instead. Right. Manually unpin or there we go. Fucking kill me. Right. Go and donate to the thing. Fucking Christ. This is bad. What is this? Monkey Dust, Clive Pringle. Oh yeah, okay, we'll get copyright struck, but you know, there we go. Okay. Right. Yes. Hello there, everybody. I'm in Redditch and Bromsgrove Green, not far away. Yeah, I've got family in Redditch. I used to work in Redditch briefly. at a car part manufacturing place back when we used to have car parts that needed manufacturing. Who remembers those halcyon days of having industry? Anyway. Hello there, Fandango. Brackets financial. That is a callback. Love it. No, not Rover. No, because that wasn't in Redditch, and also doesn't exist. No, it was. Oh god, what was the factory? What was the company even called? We used to put. We used to do the car fascias, which is like the dashboard unit. We used to construct those, and we also used to put the leather / pleather over the kind of raw components of the seat. So basically, the bit that your body makes contact with, we used to put that on the outside of the seat, and then they'd be shipped off to various factories, including Land Rover and fucking all sorts. Anyway, my dad used to test car horns at the Rover plant. Well, my dad literally came to England to work at the Rover plant. Although he did briefly leave and then go back and worked there for like fucking 20 years, and then it closed. Was that the one you got sacked from for being terrible at quality assurance? No, although you are I think mistaking. That was my job at the old HP factory, another factory in Birmingham that doesn't fucking exist anymore. Again, I wasn't joking. Well, I was joking, but I wasn't lying when I said that we don't have fucking industry anymore. We used to be the city of 1,000 trades, and now we don't have 1,000 fucking jobs. Ridiculous. Anyway, no, it wasn't quality assurance. What it was the Worcestershire sauce conveyor belt wasn't like a single thing. It basically would shunt loads and loads of them down at any given time, and one of them occasionally would fall over. And you had to pick it up, otherwise it would go into the machine where the label is applied, and it would smash up, and you'd have to clean it all out, and it would shut the entire production down for, several hours. And I did a 12-hour shift of that, 2 shifts, and I think I had something like a 50% strike rate, because I literally, you're so bored watching thousands and thousands of Worcestershire sauce, Leon Perrin's Worcestershire sauce bottles go past without anything happening. And there's only so many times you can, like, go down the production line, knock one over, and then wait for it to get to you, just so that your mind doesn't fucking disintegrate. And so, I missed several. Probably costing the factory thousands and thousands of pounds. Much more than I ever earned for them. Ha ha! Pricks. Try and fucking extract my excess labour. Yeah. Anyway. And also, I didn't even get sacked from that. I was only working there temporary anyway. When you said HP, I thought you meant laptops and printers for a minute. No, not Hewlett-Packard. Houses of Parliament sauce. Anyway, that's regardless. On a sort of related note, I suppose, one thing that did come to mind that we haven't done in quite some time is hang on. Oh no, that's not the right one. Boom, Scrandle. Fuck yes. We'll do some cheeky bit of Scrandle and then get into the main proceedings. Anyway, but if you wanted to alleviate the great poverty that stalks me, my ever-present, very unforgiving friend, known as poverty, you can do so in the form of bits and subs and memberships and super chats and bits messages and other things. Yeah. Anyway. Scrandle. Boom. Okay. So we've got we've from basically the same place, which is Los Angeles, California, and Newmarket, Cambridgeshire. Basically the same thing. I think, there's very little difference. Anyone who's ever been to either of those places, honest. LAFC, you've got a rotisserie chicken with macaroni cheese and garlic bread for £14. Now, £14 is quite a lot, but it is a whole ass chicken. Not a big chicken, but a whole ass chicken. And then at Newmarket Town, you've got, what's this? 3 burgers, 3 bacon, 3 sausage, 3 cheese slices for £9. That's actually pretty fucking badass. For £9. They're both, to be fair, they're both pretty good value. They're both pretty solid value, actually. Yeah, oh shit. You know, I'd happily eat either. The burger is a little bit unwieldy as a portable thing. But the Jockey Whopper burger at Newmarket, I think, takes it. I think it's got to. Yeah, we'll go with the burger. Is he not going to give us results? What? Oh God. Oh no. I don't know the look of either of these. Right. Cheltenham Town. Chili cheese roast potatoes. That actually sounds really nice. It looks truly abominable. And then on the right you've got Hull City hot dog. Straightforward hot dog. Although it looks like it's got chips there. So is it just a hot dog or do the chips come with it? It's unclear at this stage. And they're both the chili cheese roast potatoes are only £4.50, which seems like very good value. And the hot dog £7 again with the chips, good value. Without the chips, not terrible. You know what, Kazoo? You're absolutely right. Burgers need to be wider, not taller. I can't dislocate my fucking jaw to eat a 7-inch high burger. Squish it down. Make the patty wider, not just pile patties on top of each other, you dickheads. Anyway. Oh, shit. We're going to go with the chili cheese roast potatoes. They look gross as fuck, but they probably taste really nice. And for £4.50, you can't knock it. Yeah, and the chili cheese takes it. Don't take a bite out of it and then post the picture, you fucking animal. The fuck is wrong with you? I don't need to see this. You fucking half-digested shite. Oh, and it was probably a really nice-looking cheeseburger. So from Punjab United Football Club, which could be in the Punjab, or it could just be an Indian-started football team in, like, a fucking Shoreditch or something. You from England? Yeah, it's literally got a flag there, so it is just an Indian football team in Britain. A cheeseburger with chips, £8, solid. And then Flackwell Heath FC, the Fat Lads Special. I mean, it's already got my fucking name on it, right? It's already got my fucking name written all over it. Double bacon cheeseburger with onions, £5. Both banging value, to be honest. They both, I mean, it's got, I think, just for the fact that it hasn't been fucking chewed on. I apologise to the glorious people at Punjab United Football Club, but I can't vote for that because the person who took the picture decided to eat 2 bites out of it. So incapable of impulse control were they, and then take the fucking picture. So Fat Lads, 100%. Boom. Fat Lads takes it, come on. Oh, Birmingham City, love it. Or JEF United from Japan. Okay. So Birmingham City on the left there. Chicken gyros. There's plenty of people in Birmingham get a gyro, I know that much. Ayo! That's £8. Or spaghetti and French toast. Spaghetti is not a football food. Have you got to take a fork with you, or are you eating spaghetti at the football with a plastic spoon like a lunatic? Chopsticks? Oh well, that's just demented. No, no. Birmingham City take it. Boom. Fuck you, Japan. Boom, boom. Stockport. Meat and potato pie. Healthy amount of gravy. You gotta love that. £8 as well, with a drink. Lovely stuff. Dumbarton FC, a slightly sad looking macaroni pie, but it's only £2.50. That's fucking banging value. Okay. Okay. See, they're both good in their own way. They're both good in their own way, I think. Again, for $2.50, that macaroni pie, it doesn't look great, but it's $2.50. Like, what the fuck are you expecting? Whereas that pie, there's a lot of gravy there. And it's only £8 with a drink. You know what I'm going to splash out? I'm going to spend £8 on a meat and potato pie. With gravy and a drink. Fuck yes. Yes! Takes the biscuit. Right. Athletic Bilbao. Again, someone else who I think has taken a bite out of that, or is it just weirdly serrated at the edge? I'm not sure. Chorizo sandwich. £3. Is that 30 or 80? I can't read. Or at Slough Town FC, reggae wings and peri chips for a tenner. I do like chorizo. And a tenner for 4 chicken wings and some chips. It's not the worst value ever, but we've got to go chorizo, I think. I think I'm going chorizo. It's only £3. Fuck it. Boom. Bang on. Oh, fuck off. Slough Town took it. What the fuck is that? Why is Martin Odegaard smiling at me with a fish? It's weird. Real Sociedad. Fish, £0. What the fuck is this? You can't buy that fish. Or at Hungerford Town 2022, Bull Pit Beast with chips, £8.50, decent value. Well, I mean, technically it says for free the fish, but the fish isn't for sale, so you have to go burger. That's just fucking stupid. What? Who the fuck chose the? Oh, you're an idiot. Right, from Figueirense FC of Brazil. Pastel de carne. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's a meat pastry, apparently. Or a Uniao Mogi? I don't know. A churro filled with caramel. Oh, fuck yes. I mean, no offence. I was going to Google what the fuck a pastel del carne is. It's only £2. Cheap as chips. Lol. But chorizo filled with caramel, and it's only $1.20. It's not a contest, is it? Boom. Oh, yes. Put the churro into my fucking face. Okay, only 3 more to go now. New York Red Bulls, chicken and fries with a can of Stella for £24. That is a bit pricey. Or Barnsley FC, chicken skewers on salad wrapped in naan and spicy chili sauce. Well, get rid of the fucking rabbit food straight away. The fuck's happening there? I'm not a guinea pig. Also, the meal on the left would be illegal if you tried to do that on the right, because you can't drink alcohol in the stands. Because the people of Britain are literally incapable of behaving themselves in any situation. Yeah, £24 for chicken and fries. Even with a can, that is a bit much. So you know what, we're going chicken skewers. We can always throw the salad on the floor. Boom. Barnsley takes it! Women's World Cup 2023, Australia. Katsu chicken and rice. Sounds quite nice. $6.80. Or at Ruchczał in Poland, a sausage, gherkin and a roll. Why not? Poland. Meet me at camera 3. Have you considered combining the sausage and a bread roll to create a kind of a dog that would be hot? Because then you don't really need like the plate situation, is what I'm thinking. But it's only £2.60, so we're gonna. You know what? I'll just make my own ad hoc hot dog out of that situation. Boom. Oh no, people went with the chicken. Okay. Oh, it's getting a bit fucking weird now. Right, FC Lok Leipzig, Germany. Ham, mushroom and salami pizza. That's a fucking pizza on the left, is it? I think you're stretching it a little bit. And on the right, Rochdale, a chicken tandoori pie. Only $2.50. That's fucking banging value. That's really good value, $2.50. I mean, $4.40 for the pizza isn't terrible, to be honest, but Yeah, we've got. Well, I think we've got to go chicken tandoori pie, $2.50. Even if it's not the greatest, for $2.50, it's fine. Oh no, they went pizza. Okay, okay. 7 out of 10. Barely successful Scrandle. Fucking behave yourself, Scrandle. Cheeky cunts. Anyway, more of that in 6 months when I remember to do it next. Right. Let me know in chat how you did. I won't read it, but you can do it. So, you know. Anyway, Prime Minister's questions. It's going to be fucking atrocious, and I need to be done by 6:30 at the latest. So, you know. Did you get my resub? I don't know. Did I? Oh, from 10 minutes ago. Yes, I did. Actually, well, we had a couple. Sorry, my noises have been turned off. Apologies. Because I was streaming with people. Yes, thank you to Jay Funabashi for resubscribing with Prime. 5 months. Much love to you, my friend. And thank you, Sully, with 6 months, I believe that is. No, for 6 months and... No, for 30 months. Apologies. Oh, yeah. Kev, why is UK submissive and breedable? What? What are you talking about? It isn't, I suppose, is the... I mean, it's submissive, true, but I think it's past its breeding age, if I'm honest. Anyway, but thank you for the resubscription. Did you see the devastating fire in Glasgow? Half the station burned down. I did, yeah, I did see that. It's grim stuff, but like this is I suppose the difference between myself and like a news channel or something is that I don't know what I can say about any of that. Like, there's no hook for me to sort of get into that topic. A fire happened. Yeah, that's fucked up, but fires always happen. So what can I say about it other than fire bad? Even though that's not true, because fire can be good. So fire sometimes bad is not really analysis of anything, so I don't bother. Anyway, these dickheads.
Right, we now come to Prime Minister's questions. We start with Serena Brackenbridge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question 1.
Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our armed forces are working day and night to protect British lives and British interests in the Middle East.
Is that what they're doing there? You sure that's what they're doing?
The RAF have flown over 230 hours of defensive operations over multiple countries.
How many hours have they flown over Israel to aid and abet the genocide of the Palestinians?
Stop it. Get some help.
They really should, Mr. Jordan. They really should.
Shooting down multiple drones, protecting British lives and our allies. We thank them for their courage and for their professionalism.
You can. You don't fucking speak for me, you cunt. Thank you, Fuzzmoz, with 6 months of the Prime. Down the rabbit hole I go. Ha ha. You think rabbit holes are funny? You apologise. You apologise to our furry brethren right now. And you leave them alone. You hear me?
Mr. Speaker, this morning I had meetings with ministerial colleagues and others. In addition to my duties in this House, I shall have further such meetings later today.
Prime Minister, strengthening Britain's defence capability and rebuilding our industrial base has never...
Morgan McSweeney question. I need to work on a jingle, but you get the idea.
...been more important. Can the government's £1 billion helicopter investment...
We need a McSweeney counter. You know what we fucking do. We absolutely do, chums. And what a perfect time to do it now that he's officially not in the position anymore. So I suppose it's Morgan McSweeney via one of his underlings. Question. Yeah. Hang on a minute. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right. I need a text thing, I think. Maybe. Is that what I need? There we go. Don't know why I said that very excitedly, like I just achieved something great. I fucking hadn't. Right. Well, it's not 0, is it? It's 1 now. Okay, there we go. Let's... hang on. Whoa there, horsey. There we go. McSweeney question count. Hang on a second. I'm going to get this. We're going to do it, chat. We're going to do it. Let's make the background so you can actually fucking see it. Opacity? No. Background. There we go. Boom. Fuck yes. Oh, hang on. No, that's not the right. There we go.
Investment with Leonardo UK supports skilled jobs across the UK, including Tata Steel in Wensfield and My Supply Chains in Wolverhampton North East, where we are immensely proud of our black country steel and manufacturing heritage.
For any Americans watching, when she says black country, she doesn't mean like Nigeria. She wasn't making a racial comment there. The Black Country is a region of the United Kingdom. It's a complicated historical thing, which I can't be bothered to get into, but it's not a racial reference, just, you know.
And will the Prime Minister ask relevant ministers to meet me to discuss securing more of those good jobs in Wolverhampton and Willenhall?
Yeah, a region of England, I should say, yeah.
I can thank my honourable friend and very happy to arrange the meeting that she is asking for. Our £1 billion investment in new helicopters is good news for steelmakers in her constituency and secures thousands of jobs across the United Kingdom. Mr Speaker, we're making defence an engine for growth. Jobs building helicopters, new Typhoons in the northwest, new frigates, creating a decade of shipbuilding on the Clyde. A Labour government investing in our armed forces.
Leader of the opposition, Kemi Benno.
Who? Who's this? What? I thought it was Dave. Is it not Dave? Oh.
Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you, Plexican, for 56 months of Prime. You fucking lunatic. I love you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Why does the Prime Minister think now is the right time to increase the cost of petrol?
Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker.
What? Hang on a minute. Is she blaming him for the war in Iran raising oil prices? Because, like, he didn't really start this. He doesn't seem to have had any clue that it was going to happen. I am loath to ever defend the Prime Minister, but on this particular accusation, I think that is weird. Fuel duty? I thought wasn't fuel duty frozen? Or have I mistaken that? I thought it was frozen. No? I don't know.
We are not increasing the cost of petrol. We're absolutely clear in taking the measures that are necessary to deal with the impact of the conflict in Iran. We're dealing with that with other allies. We're taking the necessary action. But the best thing that we can do, Mr Speaker, is to work with others to de-escalate the situation. And Mr Speaker, as I said to the House last week, I took the decision that we should not join the initial US-Israeli offensive against...
But you did. I'm sorry, just because you're like the cockpit who lets them use our air bases, like that's us being involved. What the fuck is this?
Iran. The leader of the opposition attacked me for that decision relentlessly. She said that the UK should have joined...
Oh, it's frozen until September. So what's the question? So, because she said to raise it right now, didn't she? Is now the right time to do X, Y, and Z? So again, okay, they're raising fuel duty in September. That's like 6 months away. That's not now, is it? What the fuck kind of question? Of all weeks, when she could just... All she had to do was step up and go, "You're a cuck bitch. We should be bombing the shit out of Tehran right now." By the way, just pointing out, that's what she should be saying as the Conservative leader who wants to do that and wants to win votes from people who think that's a good idea. That's not me saying she should actually want that to happen. But the fact is she does want that to happen, and Conservative voters want that to happen. So that's all she had to do. And she's come out and gone like, "Oh, you're going to raise fuel duty in 6 months? That's embarrassing. How is she this shit Can anyone answer me that? How is this person this fucking god-awful? I mean, being the leader of the opposition is actually quite an easy job. You get to just snipe from the sidelines. And she can't even do that effectively. If she brings up fucking Chagos, I'm going to lose my mind.
Joined the US and Israel in the initial offensive strikes. Mr. Speaker, then yesterday, in the wake of the economic consequences, the leader of the opposition totally abandoned her position. She told the BBC, "I never said we should join."
Which she literally did. She literally did. She was like, no, we should do it. But both of them, like, honestly, it's been sort of fantastic to watch over the last week. Not the war, but the reaction in Britain to this, right? Both Badenoch and even Donald Trump's fucking cocksock, the honourable member for Clacton, the leader of the Reform Party, Nigel Farage, both come out absolutely guns a-blazing. We should join America, we should bomb, we should do this, it'd be fantastic, woo! And then realising that everyone hates the war and it's going really badly, and that bombing a school for 160 schoolgirls is probably not a great look, and then them having to backtrack. Like, the supporters of the Iraq war took a few years to get to that position. These motherfuckers couldn't last out the week. The war they wanted to be a part of is ended up so shit after 1 week, so chaotic and unplanned, that they're now like, no, we shouldn't get involved in wars, actually. It's probably not a great idea, lads, you know? It's been a fascinating roller coaster with them.
She told the BBC, "I haven't said we should have gone in with the United States." That is the mother of all U-turns on the single most important decision.
Keith, don't say U-turns. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a U-turn. It is a flip-flop, it is indecision and fucking dithering and all the rest of it. But you are the king of the U-turn. Just don't say the words. You can't say that phrase without people laughing at you because you do it all the time. You know, like, just reel it in a bit.
A Prime Minister ever has to take, whether to commit the United Kingdom to war or not.
Mr. Speaker, I think the mother of all U-turns is him saying that they're not increasing fuel duty. That is news to us because last week the Chancellor stood up and said the fuel duty was going to increase in September. The Prime Minister told...
in September? Which is 6 months away. Thereabouts. 5, 6 months, whatever. So not now then. Because you said, is now the right time to do it? Well, they're not doing it now. They've planned ahead, so in 6 months they do it. Now, if you want to criticise them because you think it'll be a bad decision in 6 months, fine. But you literally said, is now the right time? And they aren't doing it now. You're a fucking idiot. You're actually incapable of basic thought, it would appear. Are you aware of linear time as a concept? Dave? Is it Dave? I can't remember his name. Anyway, this lad
told us at the start of the year that the cost of living was...
Again, I'm going to state this. It's okay to dead name the royal family. You don't get to pretend not to be Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. Ridiculous. And it's okay to misgender Dave here. Because they're a massive transphobe, so fuck them, I reckon. You know?
Was his number one priority.
So transphobic, she decided to go to war in her leadership video against Doctor Who. A sentence I wish wasn't real, and yet very much is.
So can he explain how a rise in fuel duty helps with the cost of living?
Mr. Speaker, fuel duty is frozen. It's going to remain frozen until...
Like, it's so embarrassing that this, of all times, like, in the week where they've been fucking... It's been a solid wall-to-wall, like, it's about the war. All war. She's going on about them raising fuel duty, and it just gives the Prime Minister the easiest thing of just going, we aren't raising fuel duty. What are you talking about? Look, we have the plan in 6 months to do it, but look, there isn't a fuel duty rise now. So why the fuck are you asking me like that? Like, he's having to explain basic time perception to the leader of the opposition, and that's not a good place for a democracy, I feel.
September, and we will keep the situation under review in light of what's happening in Iran. But, Mr. Speaker, the most...
This is the mother of all parliaments. I just want to say that this is one of the mother of all parliaments. Other countries send observers to our parliament to learn how to do democracy. And they're currently going rah, 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 at the Prime Minister. So loudly that in that room, I dare say, even with the microphones, they cannot hear what he is saying.
Mr. Speaker, the most important issue is de-escalating the situation. And I come back to the Leader of the Opposition's position, because this is one of the most important decisions a Prime Minister or Leader of the Opposition ever has to take.
Just dropping in to say hi. I can't deal with politics right now, but the Labour Party needs to end.
True.
With puberty blockers and HRT stopped for under 18s, where 97% of studies were dismissed, and an adult ban imminent. Genocidal intent is clear.
A grim but apposite and necessary reference there. Thank you, Journeying Jordan. To all of my trans friends here in the UK who are scared, it's understandable. I think you're probably right to be scared. I know that sounds like a strange thing to say, but it's true. I can't give you any hope particularly, other than to say that there are lots of people like myself who will stand shoulder to shoulder with you in the struggles that lie ahead. But I genuinely wish I could give you any solace in the current situation, and I don't know that I can. But one piece of advice, I think, would be to keep going out of spite. Learn from Tater-Tot. Keep going out of spite. Keep existing, keep living your life, keep fighting the good fight, precisely because those that hate you want you to stop. I think that's a worthwhile thought to keep in mind during dark times. People who I want to be unhappy would be made happy by my ceasing to exist. So I continue to exist.
Take whether to commit your country to war. The day after the initial US-Israeli...
That's an amazing phrase, which, for legal reasons, I do not condone, because technically that would be terrorism. If I'm forced to be a guy, I choose Guy Fawkes. John Johnson did nothing wrong, okay? Nothing. That's a genuinely amazing phrase. But again, for legal clarification, I do not support the blowing up of Parliament. Obviously, that would be terrorism and therefore bad. Please leave me alone.
Strike started, her shadow foreign secretary said that the US-Israeli initial attacks were absolutely right, and it is a position my party supports. She said, why has the Prime Minister...
Keep right on. There we go. That's the blue spirit. Love to see it.
...not actually worked with America to be much more proactive? Last Wednesday, Leader of the Opposition. We are in this war whether we like it or not. What is the Prime Minister waiting for?
I'm glad it's of some comfort, Smoog. Honestly, as long as there is breath in my lungs, the fight will continue.
Then yesterday she says, I never said... I know they don't want to hear it. I know they don't... I wouldn't want to hear it if I were them. After all that, she says...
Order. Enough is enough.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise. Oh, there is actually a Speaker of the House of Commons that is in the chamber whose job it is to keep order in the chamber so that a debate can take place or questions can be answered and answers heard. Sorry, I'd forgotten that. amongst the ridiculous fucking wave after wave of Tory shite that we've just listened to, this cunt has all of a sudden decided to pipe up. Because apparently screaming so you can't even hear the Prime Minister answer, or indeed not answer, the fucking question, he's decided to do his fucking job now. Chocolate teapot cunt.
I can't hear it. Who wants to lead the first ones out? Right, we'll have a little bit more silence. Prime Minister.
So after 9 days of saying join the war, join the war, join the war, yesterday she says, I never said we should join. I haven't said we should go in with the US. I'll tell you what's happened, Mr. Speaker. She and the Reform leader have been spooked because they realise they've jumped into supporting a war without thinking through the consequences.
Now, this, firstly, before we even get to that nonsense, the Right Honourable Jenny, salutes in chat. Absolute queen. The only trustworthy mammal in that entire place. Glorious to see her. Yes. The answer the Prime Minister gave there is true. I think both the Leader of the Opposition and the Leader of the Reform Party are both absolutely spooked by what has taken place over the last, 10, 11 days, whatever it's been now. Yes, and she... so that's absolutely true. But it's sort of difficult to take that criticism on board from a guy who is currently actually supporting said war that has gone very badly. Like, he's already supporting it. You can keep saying we're not in this war, but we are in this war. We're very obviously in this war. Imagine being Starmer and all that slobbering on Trump's dick, then he would still treat you like a piece of garbage. Well, exactly, yeah, exactly. Apparently we're not even an ally anymore. Okay, cool. Get your fucking bases out of our country then, you cunts. Or just do that anyway, because, like, are we occupied? Yes. Yes, we are. Thank you, Journey in Jordan with bits. Oh, no, that was the thing. Yeah, okay. Apologies. Yes, anyway. But they probably won't have heard me say that because it says in the thing I can't stay. But, yeah. Or just dropping by to say hi. Oh, no, there you are. Yeah. I'm going to head out now. Could you possibly message Curtis about getting the word out, if at all possible? About what, Journey in Jordan? About the trans... was it... reassessment, or whatever the fuck they're calling it? Inquiry? I presume you'll probably mention it on the show. But if not, I'll mention it to him. Yeah.
And now she's...
The Prime Minister seems to be asking last week's questions. This week, I'm asking about fuel duty. He has said that he wants...
You know what the voters really love, Kemi? Sorry, Dave. It's being a patronising cunt. People love that. People love any politician being a patronising prick talking down to motherfuckers. Honestly, they react really well to it. You're going to be Prime Minister, Kev. Honest.
wants to help... Mr. Speaker, he has said that he wants to help with the cost of living. My constituents live in a rural area. They rely on their cars to get to the shops, take their kids to school, see their elderly parents. And they tell me
sometimes
the rising
maybe good,
cost of
sometimes
petrol...
maybe shit.
Oh. What's that? What? Oh, okay, well, we don't need to hear that 10 times. Thank you, Sly Loris, with 10 memberships. Honestly, I will fucking suck your soul out through whatever genitals you particularly have or indeed
sometimes
will
maybe
acquire.
good, sometimes maybe shit.
HRT being stuff for under 18 is a review, specifically 97% have been dismissed. I will raise that with them if they don't mention it on the next show, Journey in Jordan.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Gennaro, can you not interrupt me trying to give a heartfelt piece of support to somebody in emotional distress? Thank you. Journey and Jordan, if you're still here for a brief second, stay the beautiful person that I know you to be. We love you. We're here with you. And by hook or by crook, we will make sure that trans people's rights will be reinstated if and when they are taken away, and that J.K. Rowling will die a sad, mould-infested lunatic in her castle, and that no one will think of her as anything other than the weird Epstein-loving pariah that she should always have been seen as. God bless you.
Is the single biggest cost affecting family finances. So does the Prime Minister not understand how important cars are to people in rural areas, or does he just not care?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we're working across all departments and with allies to...
Phil Decker, disavow. That is a direct incitement, my friend, and we can't allow that. I will still be taking your 100 bits. Obviously, I'm not a lunatic, but let's chill the fuck out with, like, let's chill out with very spicy, let's say, legally actionable messages. Let's just, keep that in check, shall we? Yeah? Okay.
To deal with the impact of the conflict in Iran, as the House would expect. But she says about, if I'd asked her last week, her position would have been, we support the initial strikes and we want to join the war. This week she says, we don't want to join the war. I'm sorry, that is a screeching U-turn.
Mate, stop saying the word U-turn. Like, because you're the U-turn guy. Come on. Like, it is a U-turn. You're quite right to, like, point out that she's gone back on the thing she said, and you can point out that she's full of shit and her judgment's really poor, but don't use that phrase. Because everyone's just like, aren't you the U-turn guy? Don't you, like, change your opinion on everything ever, all the time? Aren't you basically human quicksand?
And Mr. Speaker, this is it. In this job, you don't get a second shot at making the right call on taking your country to war. If she were Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker, we would be in the war.
We are in the war. Why are you pretending we're not in the war? They're taking off from our bases. We've just sent a fucking battleship there. It's not going to really do a great deal, but we did do it. And our planes, as you pointed out, have flown 200 squillion hours of fucking defensive quote-unquote flights. So how are we not in the war? Because that all seems very war-y. That kind of thing, you know?
And she would be coming back to Parliament a week later to say, oh, sorry, I got that one wrong.
Order.
There's nothing worse than Keir Starmer when he thinks he has the moral upper hand. He's one of the most insufferable cunts in the world when he thinks he's in the right. Mostly because he very rarely gets to do it, you see. So he gets a bit overexcited and kind of hams it up a bit too much. And he's just a thoroughly dislikable and annoying person. That also doesn't help.
Order!
You are honestly, mate, you are fucking useless. You are so useless at your job that you have to scream. Because he's literally, they have all the respect for him that school children have for a supply teacher. For a stand-in teacher, right? We don't have to behave for you, sir. You're only going to be here 2 days, and then the regular teacher comes back, and we probably have to rein it in then. But whilst you're here, I might as well light up a fucking doobie, frankly, because we don't give a fuck about you. You have no authority here, you bitch. So he has to scream order at them. Yeah, Burko commanded respect, but people liked Burko. Yeah, this guy's fucking awful. They're just like, I'm not fucking listening to you. Why would I listen to you, you cunt? Order! Order! Fuck off.
I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but unfortunately, we've got to stick to Prime Minister's questions, not opposition questions.
Thank you for yet another pointless interjection.
Mr. Speaker, he said if I were Prime Minister, HMS Dragon would have left a week ago.
And it would have sunk, because it wasn't fucking seaworthy. Like, I was reading a thing earlier. They were having to pull in, like, 15-hour shifts. The naval maintenance crew people, to try and get it in anything like seaworthy form. It is most assuredly not shipshape and Bristol fashion. Like, literally, they had to, like, patch it up as best they could and make it vaguely saleable. So she'd have sent it out there, and it would have been like a fucking colander full of holes, and it would have sunk. Jesus fucking Christ. These people, honestly, they just think you can just say anything. You can't, in British politics, you can just say anything, I think, and you can get away with it. Yeah, I'd have sent it last fucking week. I'd have sent it a week before the war even started, even though I didn't know it was going to happen. 15-hour shifts are normal in maritime. Yeah, but not necessarily in port, as such. The regular, look, the HMS Dragon, as it's called, the ship, they were saying they were going to try and get it, like, saleable within a couple of months. Right? Which would have been like regular shift patterns and patching it up and fixing things and all that. I don't know the fucking details, obviously. Does it look like I enjoy being on the fucking sea? I don't even like being on land. Anyway, the point being, it would have taken months, a couple of months at least, to get it, like, ready. But they had to pull, like, crazy-ass shifts and get in extra people and fucking outside engineers and all kinds of shit in order to literally, like, get it anything like prepared in the short time frame they had. I've done 20-hour days before. I can't give a duck. I didn't know you were a naval person. I mean, I don't know why I would have known that necessarily, but, you know. But what were you involved with? Were you royal or merchant, first off? I suppose is the answer. Yeah.
The only time...
You used to build ships. Oh, okay, cool. Much like Britain, we used to build ships too. Now we just don't build... Now we have to buy them from Norway. Because we're a third world country.
Mr. Speaker, the only time he's taken decisive action was stopping Andy Burnham from standing in the by-election.
True.
But let's talk about what the people out there are worried about. I heard from a...
The Chagos Islands. Chagos, 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 Chagos.
Order, Mr. Speaker, who has 115 employees using 75 vans. With the jobs tax, sky-high energy bills, and now a hike in petrol prices, that builder is having sleepless nights. How does the Prime Minister justify a rise in fuel duty to that small business owner and millions more like him up and down the country?
Prime Minister. There hasn't been a rise. It is frozen. There isn't going. It is frozen until September. And Mr. Speaker, she mentioned...
Again, having to explain, like, fucking temporal spacing or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, literally having to say, like, it hasn't happened now, it will happen in the future. So it hasn't happened. You're asking me about a thing that's happened that has not happened. Are you aware of past, future and present tenses? Dave? Is it Dave? Sorry, mate, I've never met you before. I'll call you Dave. I think it's easier.
The HMS Dragon. Can I first start by thanking the Royal Navy who are serving on HMS Dragon? Can I second say that what's been happening is it's been carefully being loaded with the anti-strike ammunition and capability that it needs.
Has anyone done HMS Dragging these knots across your face yet? Has anyone done that joke yet? I would be disappointed if someone in chat has not done that joke.
And the Navy and civilians have been working 22-hour shifts in relationship.
Sorry, 22-hour shifts, I'm being told by Keith over here.
But in relation to those that are taking the action to defend us, what does she say? Just just hanging about.
Also, 22-hour shift, that's not safe. Are we sure that you can really do the job properly at that point? Is that safe? Is that, and I don't mean just safe for the individual, but like, what's the quality assurance of the work being done at the 21st hour of that shift? Exactly. I don't know.
Just hanging about. That's how she described our pilots in the region. Let me tell you what they've been doing. Flying sorties in 7...
They've been doing serious war crimes, and you should put some respect on their name. It's hanging around. Shh. I'm sorry, does it sound like hanging around when they're out there breaking international law and doing aggressive warfare against a state that posed no threat to us? Hanging around indeed.
Of the 10 countries in the region day and night, taking out incoming strikes, protecting the lives of others whilst risking their own. If she had any decency, she'd get up and she would apologise.
Mr. Speaker. Oh, hang on. I think they should wait for it. Mr. Speaker, I have never criticised our armed forces.
Indeed, not only has she never criticised them, she has actively campaigned to try and get ones that had been found guilty of murder off the hook. She wanted to make it illegal for people's families, innocent civilians who'd been killed by members of the British Armed Forces, to seek any kind of either financial recompense or legal ramifications to the people who murdered their family members. Literally legalising war crimes. It's fun.
I have criticised him.
Order. Mr. Swallow, you're going out. I've had enough. Weekend.
Mr. Swallow. I've met many misters that swallow. Let me tell you, lad.
Week out. Either leave or I'll name it.
Mr. Speaker, I have never criticised our armed forces. I am criticising him and his decisions. And let me remind the House, Mr. Speaker, about his record on the armed forces. This is the same man who worked with Phil Shiner, a traitor to this country, who made up evidence to put our soldiers in prison for crimes they didn't commit. That is his record, so I won't take any lectures from him. And by the way, military families are also worried, the ones in this country, about petrol prices. He's got nothing to say on that.
She's still on the petrol thing. I think the war in Iran doubling doubling oil prices might have more of a knock-on effect than like half a penny on the litre or something, whatever the fucking rate increase will be. Like, come on. Kenneth, what are you doing here?
There's another group of people, Mr. Speaker, who have been hammered by this government. Farmers.
Fucking farmers! Oh, won't someone think of the multi-millionaire land bankers? Arrgh! Won't someone think of Jeremy fucking Clarkson?
All last year telling the Prime Minister that his family farms tax was killing British farming. Now, those farmers are being punished with higher fuel prices. Does the Prime Minister think that's fair?
So, Mr. Speaker, no apology to our pilots who are risking their lives. And I'm not going to take lectures from someone who says we should join the war, and a week later says, can I change my mind? I got that wrong. It is deeply embarrassing. And she's not the only one. Mr. Speaker, last week she's not the only one, the leader of Reform. We should be part of this with the US and the Israelis. We have to get rid of the regime. We should do all...
There needs to be some rule in place where the Speaker can just go, no, I'm not listening to you fucking... Like, this is not you just monologuing. Because she asked a question about farming and petrol prices. And now he's going on about the leader of Reform's opinion about foreign war. How is that an answer to anything? Like, what a waste of fucking time. Don't get me wrong, banging content for me. Love it. But, like, in terms of the functionality of our democracy, it does appear that none of it really works. It's all a bit shithouse, you know?
All we can to support the operation. I make that perfectly clear, he said. Until yesterday, screeching U-turn. We shouldn't get ourselves involved in another foreign war. Two parties packed with failed Tories, led by leaders who are not fit to be Prime Minister.
Now again, that is true. They are both failed parties full of Tories, and their leaders are not fit to be Prime Minister. But unfortunately, the same is true of the Labour Party. So it's a bit, you know, it's a bit hypocritical on his part.
Mr. Speaker, he doesn't want to talk about fuel duty because he has got absolutely no answers. The Conservatives are on the side of farmers. We are also on the side of drivers. We froze fuel duty every year from 2011, and in fact, we cut it in 2022 because we care about the cost of living. Labour think drivers are a cash cow. And now, Mr. Speaker, they think that drivers are a cash cow, and now they're hiking fuel duty for the first time in...
Now, if the Tories really cared about the cost of living crisis, can you explain to me, Kenneth, how the cost of living crisis happened whilst you were in government? Because you know that cost of living crisis we're in? That happened because of you. So when you say you care about cost of living, do you mean you care to make it more expensive to exist? Because that's what you did.
15 years. Everyone in this house knows the pattern. First, he'll march his backbenchers up the hill. Then they'll be forced to defend fuel duty rises in the local elections. Then there'll be another humiliating U-turn. So why doesn't the Prime Minister just stand up, admit he's got it wrong again, and scrap the fuel duty hike now?
Mr. Speaker, in the last 2 weeks, I've made two of the most important decisions a Prime Minister can make. The first is that we should not join the war in Iran.
Which we did. Like, obviously. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. The proper old sails and shit. Oh my word. Sorry, no, I can't give a duck sent me some pictures, which I won't reveal. They were DMs. But yeah, they're like... That's like some old naval galleon shit. Oh my word. So when you said you build ships, you literally build ships. That's fucking awesome. We want to see the ship nude. No, there's no nudes, it's just ships. But like, I don't know that they want me to reveal that. I don't know.
The second is we should protect British lives and the British national interest. The leader of the opposition decided that we should join the war against Iran. A week later, that we should not join the war against Iran and to insult our armed forces. She has utterly disqualified herself.
Oh, I can show them. Okay, I fucking will then. I don't want to be leaking DMs and stuff, you know. It's not good form. But if the person says so, then, you know, it's all good. Where are we? Where are we? Give me the fucking ships. Give me them ships. Look at this shit. Hang on. What the fuck? Look at that. Look at that. It's like some fucking Columbus shit. But, well, not genocide, eh? Look at that. Fuck yes. It's literally firing a cannon and that. This is shit porn. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, it's majestic. You can see it cutting through the water. It's fucking glorious. It's just shaped right. No, absolutely beautiful.
From ever becoming...
Like, look, I'm sorry, the ultimate male fantasy is ordering the firing of a broadside against the Spanish galleon. It's just true, okay? Anyone who says otherwise is incorrect. Incorrect.
Prime Minister, thankfully, she never will.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As the Prime Minister knows, my mum proudly worked in the pot banks of Burslem and Tunstall and is watching at home right now. Now, tomorrow is International Day of Ceramics, and that matters deeply to Stoke-on-Trent, the historic heart of Britain's ceramic industry.
Yes, Comrie, yes. I can't give a duck. Otherwise previously known, I think, as non-binary. Is a shipbuilder from, I think, Sweden, they said? I don't know. Anyway, and they make ships and that out of wood with their hands. And I'm not even jealous. What I do for a living is really good too. Yes, yes. Really worthwhile, the streamer.
Yes, and Newcastle under Lyme. With energy prices rising, again, due to global instability, will the Prime Minister please tell my mum and our fellow Stokies what additional support the government will give energy-intensive industries like ceramics so the kilns of Stoke-on-Trent can fire for generations to come?
Prime Minister, you raised a really...
Oh, we've got more ship porn. Let's fucking go. Did you work on this ship? I can't give a duck. Where are we? Show me the ship. Look at that. Oh! Boom! Fuck yes. Oh, it's fucking glorious. Honestly. This is pornographic. You did work on that shit. Oh, that's amazing. Genuinely, congratulations. That's fucking dope. Look at all the ropes. There's so much fucking rope. Oh, you gotta love it. "55 meters to the top." Can you put that in feet and inches for people? Because that's, you know. Put it in a proper measurement, shall we? Let's keep it right. Either way, that's too tall. Loads of feet, lots of feet, yeah. No offense, I'm sure that man's very nice, but show me the ship. I just want to see. I want to see rigging. Who doesn't want to see fucking rigging? Look how much rope that is. How many miles of rope are on this fucking ship in total? It's like 4 houses. What, in height? Yeah, yeah. 180 feet. Fuck me sideways. Honestly, there is no torture you could impose upon me that would get me to go 180 feet into the air on a fucking boat. I don't like getting in a building that tall. Yeah, this is some pirate shit. Do they pay the crew in doubloons? I do hope so. I don't know who this man is, but show me the boat. Oh, look at that. They're just hanging there and shit. Oh, so much rope. An unfathomable amount of rope. Gothenburg. Fuck yes. And it's okay now because the Swedes aren't invading. Like Britain and Sweden were rivals back when those kind of ships were like cutting edge technology. But now it's fine. We can just let them dock. It's not a problem. Yeah, come up the Thames. It's fine. Yeah. And you know what? We're a better world for it, I feel.
Important issue, and I know that not only his mum...
Genuinely, thank you. I can't give a duck. That was fucking dope. And you do something genuinely very cool for a living. Awesome.
Be watching for this constituent, so he serves very, very well. Our supercharger will...
The world's largest ocean-going wooden ship. Fuck yes. That, honestly, that gives me a semi-erection. Just that sentence. Oh.
Significantly reduced cost for thousands of major industries. Eligibility for the scheme is being reviewed this year. I can tell my honourable friend we're working with the ceramics industry on whether the scheme can be extended to more...
I used to. Brexit stopped it. What do you mean Brexit stopped it? Aren't you Swedish? What does Brexit have to do with you? Or you had to move back to... Oh, so you're a Scottish person who worked in Sweden and now you have to move back to Scotland. Oh, that's fucked up. I'm sorry to hear that. Genuinely, that's fucked up. Why couldn't you just stay in Sweden? Were they like, oh, we don't need skilled craftspeople? Nah, fuck them. we don't need your kind around here with skills and, you know, applicable experience. You're only at half-mast. Yes! Fuck yes.
Under the last government, industrial energy prices doubled and over 1,000 jobs were lost in the...
Well, to be fair, from Britain's perspective, that is a benefit of Brexit. We got a skilled person back from Sweden. That, honestly, I can't give a duck. You are our Brexit dividend. The only good thing to come out of Brexit was we got a skilled boat maker back from those evil Europeans. I mean, we lost like billions of pounds of trade and loads of jobs, and we're an international pariah, and it completely flummoxed our entire political and economic system for many years, and many years to come, yeah. But we did get one person who can build cool-ass boats, so... You know, just saying. On the balance of it, it's, you know, who can say whether it was right or wrong? I'll let history judge.
Sector. We will not tolerate that.
Said David, leader of the Liberal Democrats.
Talking of the European Union, hello.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May I pay tribute to the Honourable Member for Warrington North for her powerful and courageous speech in the debate on jury trials yesterday. I really hope that...
Oh yeah, the jury trials being done away with or whatever is that bill's advanced, because all of those Labour MPs who said they were going to rebel didn't, because they're cunts. Honestly, all of these, there's some talk, rumblings going on about Labour MPs potentially defecting to the Greens and so on and so forth. I don't make that mistake, Green Party. Now again, I will clarify the caveat that there might be one or two, literally one or two, who don't apply to what I'm about to say. But Green Party, don't become like the Reform Party and just accept the failed freaks of the party you wish to replace into your ranks, because you just become that same thing that everyone despised in the first place. So Labour Party MPs are spineless, supine, just bitchless freaks. They are the Epstein class. I don't want them anywhere near the political party. They are a cancerous tumour. And much like the fact that they are in many respects, the symptom of the cancer that is the Labour Party, but either way, they are also part of the cancer, I suppose. Don't accept that cancer into our body politic. That's it. Just don't. There's no point. Like, there's a reason that Reform are dipping in the polls, because everyone who didn't want to vote for the Tories is now being asked by Nigel Farage to vote for Tories, and they don't want to, and they're not going to. So, don't accept the Labour Party into your party, or should I say the Labour right wing, which is basically all that's left in the Parliamentary Labour Party, again, minus one or two. Don't accept those people in, because you'll just become the very thing that people left in the first place. You know? That would be my wise words. I know. Look, hey, Zach, I know you're listening, mate. Take my words on board.
Prime Minister was listening. Mr. Speaker, 30 years ago this week, a man carried 4 handguns into Dunblane Primary School and murdered a teacher and 16 children. I was deeply moved by the BBC documentary about it last night and the courage of the parents who campaigned for a ban on handguns to keep other children safe, including Mick North, who lost his 5-year-old daughter Sophie on that dark day. He's rightly called on the Honourable Member for Clacton to renounce his description of the handgun ban as, and I quote, ludicrous, something the member still refuses to do. And Mr North has also called for a review of firearms legislation to close any loopholes. Does the Prime Minister agree?
Prime Minister.
I'm sorry, is this questions about the member for Clacton? Like, he gets mentioned more than anyone. What the fuck? They're literally making the same mistake that the Americans did with Trump. You don't need to talk about him all the time. You're just giving him more oxygen. You're giving him more publicity. Stop it. Like, by all means, attack him when it's necessary, but bringing him up like that is just... You're just feeding him. You think the people who want to vote for him really give a fuck about handguns, particularly? Like, don't get me wrong, probably loads of people who will vote for him support the ban on handguns, but do you think they care that he thinks it's ludicrous? No, they couldn't give two fucks. They want to get rid of brown people from the country. They don't give a fuck about what he said about the handgun ban from 25 years ago. No one gives a shit. God almighty. Anyway. Thank you, Fuzzmoz. Don't let the scorpions jump on your back screens. They will sting and end you. Literally. That is literally the very point I was trying and hopefully succeeding in elucidating.
Well, I certainly do, and we must never forget the horror of Dunblane, and never forget the young children and their teacher who did not come home from school. The campaign that families fought to make this country...
What about the 160 girls in the Iranian school? What about them, Keith? You okay with that? What about all those schools in Palestine that you've aided and abetted the bombings of? What about those, Keith? Do those kids not coming home to their parents not matter?
A safer place is a lasting legacy, and we should be enormously grateful for their courage.
Yeah. Sir Ed Davey.
The Prime Minister for his reply, and I hope the government will close any loopholes. Mr Speaker, this week families across the country have seen petrol prices rise at the pump, mortgage rates go up, and fixed energy deals get more expensive, all because of a war they did not start and do not support. The leader of the Conservatives has been competing with the honourable member for Clacton to be Donald Trump's biggest cheerleader.
You could have said bitch. You could have said bitch. That would have been so much harder. You could have said cuck. That would have been funny. Although mentioning cock probably would have got the Tories very hard. Probably quite a few of them couldn't have stood up afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And the Prime Minister was right to reject their costly warmongering. But last week, I asked him to guarantee that energy bills won't rise by hundreds of pounds in July. He didn't answer. So let me try again. Will he give people that energy bill guarantee now?
Prime Minister.
Can I thank him for raising this, because people will be really worried about the impact.
I keep seeing Diane Abbott stand up. I hope she gets to ask a question. Especially because at her age, standing up and sitting down her knees. Think of your knees, woman.
On them, and just to reassure households that the cap is in place until the end of June, until July, and therefore that deals with the situation for households there. We are working...
Yeah, until July, mate. Have you got a fucking plan for after July? It's not that far away.
With the sector and with others and with allies to do everything we can to make sure those energy bills don't rise. So
is Ed Miliband kind of morphing into a Beavis and Butthead character? He's starting to look, he's got the hair, it's a bit Beavis, you know?
Working round the clock on that.
And honestly, if the Energy Secretary wants TP for his bunghole, I'm very much here for it.
The most important thing, the most effective thing we can do is to work with our allies to find a way to de-escalate the situation. He's right about the Leader of the Opposition, Leader of Reform. Last week they were urging us to join, this is serious, to join... If they had been leading the country, we'd be in a war, and they've now come to Parliament to say, oop.
Order. Prime Minister. Who said lying again? I want that withdrawn. I did. Is that withdrawn? And
Yeah, because you're not allowed to say they're lying. Even when they're obviously lying, which they are all the time. But you can't say that. Yeah, and they did cut his mic as well, which is funny. But anyway. Which is rare, actually. They don't do that very often. Yeah, you're not allowed to say that. So you have to withdraw. You can't say he's lying. At most, you can say they have inadvertently misled the House. So that's just a mistake. That's not malfeasance. No, that's fine. Ridiculous.
I'll deal with it, thank you. I don't want any more off the front bench. We take it very seriously, and calling another member a liar is not acceptable. Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And
especially as the Tories are also lying cunts, so, you know.
That's our position.
Josh Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Too often I
So,
hear
yes, being economical with the truth is also acceptable, yeah.
from Send families.
You can't say they're drunk as well, even when they're, like, blackout drunk, which does happen. You have to say that they've become overtired. Because Parliament is a fucking joke.
In Hertford and Stortford whose children have been left out of education for months or even years because they can't get a school place that meets their needs within a reasonable distance. I'm campaigning for more investment in the bricks and mortar SEND provision that semi-rural communities like ours need, so families can access support early and easily and their children can thrive in education.
Okay, I think we've got a Morgan McSweeney question here. It's a little bit more of an edge case. It might not be, but I think it is. I think it is. I think we're just gonna chalk that one up as a little MQC.
So will the Prime Minister back my campaign to expand SEND provision in Hertford and Stortford, and will he arrange a meeting with the relevant minister so we can discuss it in more detail?
Yeah. Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, he's right. Families are crying out for change, and that's why it's really critical we get this right. Our reforms will fix the broken SEND system, where parents have to fight for support, replacing it with tailored support personal to a child's need. A Best Start family hub in every local authority.
He is very much the textbook briefcase, isn't he?
With a dedicated SEND practitioner will help families with face-to-face support they need. My honourable friend's a great advocate on this issue, and I'm happy to make sure he gets the meeting that he's asking for.
Stephen Flynn.
Mr. Speaker, let's be clear. Donald Trump's war.
Oh, get ready for some rolled R's. Oh, yes.
In Iran is illegal, and the situation that has unfolded since is verging on insane. Oil is falling from the skies, sewers are exploding, the IRGC is indiscriminately attacking civilians across the region, cargo ships and potentially even mining the Strait of Hormuz. The economic consequence...
We're having that pronunciation again. I love listening to him speak, it's glorious. The Straits of Hormuz.
Potentially even mining the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, again, I'm sorry, Stephen. We'll get to the point of your thing in a second.
Region, cargo ships and potentially even mining the Strait of Hormuz.
I am absolutely
throbbing. Economic consequences of which will be stark for the global economy, but for every single person living on these isles too. And whether the Prime Minister accepts it or not, he did indeed take us into that war when he allowed the Americans to use UK bases just last week. But I have a specific question. He'll have seen the same footage I have of an American Tomahawk missile landing on a primary school, killing 110 children. Does he believe that to be a war crime?
Yeah. Finally! Somebody, one person in the entire fucking chamber has said the thing. Has said the thing that needs to be said. So unrepresentative are this body of absolute shithouses that it takes one guy who doesn't even want to fucking be there. Literally, the SNP's entire thing is they don't want to sit in this chamber. They don't think Scotland should be sending people to this chamber. It should be an independent nation with its own actual fucking full parliament and all the rest of it. And yet he's the only cunt who's like, illegal war crimes? Tomahawk, boom, 110 dead kids. You cool with that, Brit? Yeah, you cool with that? Prime Minister? Keith, you okay with that, dude? What's up? What's going on? Etc. Also, Jenny is absolutely serving right now. You know what? We thank her for her service. Salutes in chat, everyone. Salute. I mean, I'm literally saluting. I'm not even on fucking camera. You can't even see me doing the bit. Absolutely lovely work. Top form.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we're all concerned by that footage, but let me be absolutely clear with him. We have 300,000 UK nationals, including Scottish citizens, in the region. Strike.
Right, okay, yes, there are Scottish citizens. And he's saying that you have sent them there to do illegal shit. Could you not do that? Like, come on now. Look, he's not denying, he's not, oh, Jesus Christ. He's not saying like, oh, it's only Englishmen that are doing this. No, he's fully aware that there are lots of Scottish people in the army and navy and so on and so forth. And he's saying this war is illegal for anyone from any part of our island to be engaged in. Why are we doing this? Also, he specifically said the US Tomahawk missile. That's got fuck all to do with Scottish people. Well, except of course that the President of the United States, his mum was Scottish. So in a way, you've kind of got to take, you know what, Scotland? You've got to take the L on that one. I'm sorry. You just have. It's an L by proxy, I guess, but still.
Missiles and drones are being fired into the region, putting them at great danger. We are taking action to protect them. I'm astonished that the SNP says don't take action to support Scottish citizens in the region. It's outrageous.
What the fuck are you talking about? Does he think this is an answer that anyone is like impressed with or thinks is anything other than dog shit? God almighty. Honestly, Bridget Phillipson's face is sums it up perfectly. Just like, what the fuck are you doing? What this is terrible.
Outrageous.
Peter Dowd.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. National.
Mate, come the fuck. Get your McSweeney question prepared before you stand up.
National Highways, the government-owned company, has reneged on a promise to replace a demolished footbridge at Park Lane West in Netherton. It crossed one of the busiest roads and junctions in Merseyside used by...
Actually, I don't think this is a McSweeney question. He just wrote it down and couldn't remember it.
Countless residents, particularly children and parents going to and from infant and primary school. My constituents have requested that that bridge be replaced with no ifs or buts. Will the Prime Minister support my constituents' very reasonable request to honour that promise made by National Highways?
Can I thank him for campaigning for his constituents, his residents who are obviously concerned about this. As I understand it, National Highways has concluded the best option for all users, pedestrians and cyclists, is a new crossing. But I thank him for raising the points, and I'll be happy for ministers to continue discussing with him the options.
Chamberlain.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This afternoon, the Mandelson papers, or the first tranche, will be released, bringing into the light for the first time.
Indeed, they have. Well, firstly, let's not bury the lead there. The lead, you get it because it's a dog. Yeah, the Mandelson papers, some of them have the Peter files, if you will, have been released, and it turns out the government did know. It was brought to his attention about the quote unquote potential reputational damage that would be done. So he knew all about it. When he said he didn't know, he did, and appointed him anyway. You know, so he's happy with pedophilia. Cool. Very cool. That's the Prime Minister's position. Jenny is on good form today. Lovely to see.
UK institutional knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein and those associated with him. But here in the UK, we have our own Epstein, Mohammed Fayed, and the institutions.
What are the consequences for misleading the House again? Nothing. Literally nothing. It's nothing. You can just lie. Lying's fine. Yay, democracy.
that supported his crimes. As a co-chair of the APPG for the survivors of Al-Fayed and Harrods, along with the Honourable Member for Lichfield, we welcome the actions of the Metropolitan Police in recent days, but we continue to call on them to describe those crimes as what they were, trafficking. Does the Prime Minister...
Yeah, Lichfield's down the road. Yeah, exactly. The Fayed thing goes under the radar a little bit, but yeah, he was... Who'd have thought it? Yet another very rich, evil bastard who liked to rape people. It's almost as if the seeking to be rich and the being a rapist go hand in hand. Not that all rapists are rich, of course, but I think there's something about power and domination that certain evil bastards are attuned with.
Minister recognise that characterisation, and will he meet with the APPG and survivors to hear their asks?
Prime Minister. Can I thank you for raising this really important issue? And I discussed it with the Honourable Member for Lichfield last night, particularly the approach of the APPG, and thank her for her important work on.
Yeah, he's a right cheeky cunt, by the way, Mandelson. He wanted $500,000 as severance payment. He got 75 grand. Ridiculous. Honestly, put him in jail immediately.
On this issue, I'm very happy to meet the APPG and the victims. I think it's very important to do so. She'll know there's an ongoing police investigation, but that doesn't mean that we can't have the meeting and listen to those that need to be listened to.
That's enough.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Team Derby is our partnership making sure that the billions of pounds in investment that this Labour government is bringing into Derby.
Number 3, we have a third plane has hit the towers, etc., etc. On we go.
Derby benefits the people of Derby in regeneration, skills and good jobs. The government's record investment in Rolls-Royce submarines means hundreds of new jobs and apprenticeships in Derby. So will the Prime Minister firmly reject the Green Party's defence policies, which would decimate jobs in
This is McSweeney as fuck.
Derby and leave the United Kingdom unprotected?
Enjoy losing your fucking seat to the Green Party in a couple of years. You'll have earned it.
Can I thank her? Derby is part of our industrial heritage and has a bright future. Initiatives, as she says, like Team Derby are so important to strengthen key sectors like defence.
And the Green Party are high on drugs, soft on Putin. I'm a clever boy.
Creating jobs and growth. Our £9 billion deal with Rolls-Royce to boost our fleet of nuclear submarines is testament to that, creating more than 1,000 jobs and safeguarding 4,000 more. Those that oppose all that must answer to the working people that they claim to represent.
The Prime Minister will be happy that I'm not going to ask about fuel duty. Businesses across South West Hertfordshire are telling me they're now reluctant to take on young workers due to this government's rise in employer national insurance contributions and the crippling Employment Rights Bill. With almost 1 million young people now not in employment, education or training, how exactly does the Prime Minister plan to get Great Britain working again?
Mr. Speaker, we're putting in place the Youth Guarantee, which helps young people into work. It is a serious issue. I would remind him that on their watch, 1 in 8 young people were neither in education, training or work.
Stringer. Mr. Speaker, the National Audit Office report on Northern Powerhouse Rail, which came out on Monday of this week, surprised none of us in its...
Is that the deepest voice ever? Is this a representative of Wales, as in the animal, not the place?
Conclusions that lack of engagement by the Department of Transport with mayoral authorities, local authorities and other involved parties in the north of England was leading to poor programming and lack of investment in the rail system in the north of England. We deserve in the north of England a rail system fit for the 21st century, not the 19th century, which is what it is fit for. Investing in the rail system will enable growth in the north of England, which will benefit the whole of the country. Will the Prime Minister take a personal interest in the slowness of investment in the rail system so that we can have that growth.
Prime Minister. Well, thank you for raising this important point. The party opposite gave nothing but false promises for a decade. We will deliver the biggest transformation of transport in the North for a generation, providing up to £45 billion of funding to deliver. We're taking forward all recommendations from the NAO report. That doesn't change the planning or the trajectory of the project.
Dr. Andrew Morris.
Mr. Speaker, grant cuts and over-optimistic Treasury assumptions on council tax base growth.
Have you ever seen a more Tory cunt person in your life? I'm not even talking about Bernard Jenkins there. I'm on about this fucking loser. God almighty, where do they create these creatures? Where do they drag them from? What swamp? What fucking fetid sewer of human degradation? Oh, sorry, Eton. Yeah, my bad.
Mean that 8 fire stations and 96 retained firefighters across Wiltshire and Dorset face the axe. Would the Prime Minister please facilitate...
Massively off topic, but did we ever get L's in chat for Ian Huntley having his support machine turned up? Well, we did do a little mini celebration the other day for it. I didn't give it a full crab dance because it was like midstream, but yeah. He does look like the Demon Headmaster. By the way, fantastic actor. I've forgotten his name. Terence something or other. Superb actor. If you want a show from him in his younger days, seek out a show called Secret Army. He plays a Luftwaffe adjutant, general guy person anyway. And he's very, very good. Exceptional actor. Jack Straw was the Demon Headmaster. He did look like the Demon Headmaster, and he was a minister at the time that show was on as well. So, yeah.
Facilitate an urgent ministerial meeting for Wiltshire and Dorset MPs to discuss...
Terence Hardiman, that was it, yeah. Brilliant actor. Is he still alive? Probably not, right? Hang on. Ooh. Hardiman. There we go. No, he is dead. He died in 2023. Yeah. He was good, though. Please don't, like, I'm looking now at personal life. Please don't be like fucking Epstein's best mate or something. Hardiman was married. He had children. Narrated hundreds of audiobooks. It was a volunteer narration of a non-profit caliber audio library. So he's actually a cool person then. And he died at the age of 86. A life well led. Okay. And thankfully, not a rapist. Which is good. You know?
Discuss extending the precept flexibility permitted elsewhere at no cost to the Treasury to our fire and rescue service, so its fire stations and its dead...
Was he buried in Highgate Cemetery? I wonder why you'd be asking that. I don't know. It doesn't say. No, it does not say. God, hang on. Apparently you can still buy places at Highgate. Quite expensive now, but you know. Cremated, specifically. Burial details unknown. Well, there you go. We don't know, chap.
Dedicated firefighters can continue to serve our community.
Yeah. Prime Minister.
I thank him for raising this. I don't know the details in a particular case, but I will make sure that the relevant meeting is set up so that the details can be explored.
Kumar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Russia's continued assault on Ukraine has devastated its healthcare system. Hospitals are under extreme pressure and their critical shortage of specialist staff to treat the injured. That is why I, along with other British physiotherapists, travelled to Ukraine to train clinicians who are working under unimaginable stress. Will the Prime Minister join me in thanking Tanisha Sandhu, Daniel Sim, Kay Joe, Andrew Jaggi for the remarkable work And will he commit to expanding UK-Ukraine clinical training partnerships?
Yes, I will. And can I pay tribute to her and the rest of the delegation for their commendable work in Kyiv. We recently announced a new package of support for Ukraine, enabling highly skilled British surgeons, nurses and physiotherapists to mentor Ukrainian clinicians treating complex battlefield injuries. Mr. Speaker, on one of my...
I'm not entirely sure what the question is, but yeah, I mean, good for those doctors. That's cool.
My recent trips to Kyiv, I went to one of the hospitals where they were treating the burns of those returning from the front line, and it was humbling to see the work that was being done, and I was extremely proud to know that the UK was helping in treating those who had such awful burns.
Kirsten Black.
Westminster's tax on Scotland's energy is holding back investment, and it's costing thousands of families their livelihoods. After months of refusing to do so, the Chancellor has finally now said she is committed to change. So will the Prime Minister confirm to the House today when the OGPM will be introduced to provide certainty for jobs, certainty for investment and, crucially, certainty for energy security?
Prime Minister. Speaker, we all want certainty for energy security and oil and gas will be part of the mix for many years to come.
Oh, for fuck's sake. If I hear him say the phrase, oil and gas will be part of the energy mix for years to come, one more fucking time, I'm going to lose my shit. He says it every time. He literally is a robot. He's a fucking droid. He's just programmed. Beep boop. Energy mix, oil and gas, many years to come. Beep boop.
Remind her that 70,000 jobs were lost under the SNP and Conservatives in the last decade. We want energy security. We see new nuclear as part of that energy security. And what the SNP do, they block it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Silently and in semi-secrecy, London and the southeast of England are experiencing the largest mass eviction by a private landlord in decades.
Remember, all landlords are scum.
Criterion Capital have issued at least 130 no-fault evictions across their portfolio.
But I thought they were getting rid of no-fault evictions. Keith?
Including in Britannia Point in Collier's Wood in my constituency. Those affected have done nothing wrong. They have paid their rent, looked after their homes and worked hard. They are simply victims of a voracious landlord who always wants more. Will the Prime Minister ensure that in the final weeks before the abolition of no-fault evictions, his government do all they can to...
Tell you what we could do, right? Here's one. Take those houses. Just say, no, fuck you. You can't handle these responsibly. We'll take these houses and then give them to the local councils, who can then be the actual renter, and then people don't get evicted. How about that? You know? Like, these fucking landlords are not literally lords, and we are not literally peasants. But if you want to LARP that way, my friend Gil has some very, very sharp ideas about how to solve that dichotomy. Just a thought.
to hold Criterion Capital to account.
Can I thank her for raising this case? Renters should have security, and I condemn any unfair evictions. I'm proud, Mr. Speaker, to be abolishing Section 21, a practice that's pushed thousands of renters into homelessness. And I'll make sure the Housing Minister looks at the case that she's raised.
Graham Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Rural residents in Beverley and Holderness are reeling under the impact of higher fuel prices. Yet 2 days ago, the Chancellor said that in September...
Mate, your leader, the leader of the opposition, already asked a stupid set of questions about this. This is just a waste of everyone's fucking time. And your face is melting, by the way. Just wanted to just flag that up for you. Maybe go to a doctor or something.
Fuel duty would go up. So my constituents want to know, as the Leader of the Opposition repeatedly asked, Is that fuel duty going to go up in September and add to the misery of my constituents or not? Prime Minister, for once in this place, give the House and the people of this country an answer. Yes or no?
Fuel duty is frozen. It'll be frozen until September. In light of what's happening in Iran, of course we'll look carefully at the situation. But his constituents need to know, and it's right that they know, that it's frozen until September, not fear-marking.
Martin Rhodes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The devastating fire on Union Street in Glasgow has destroyed small businesses and an iconic...
This is a very serious topic, but I hope Honourable Jenny ends up as legend as Blinker's guide dog in one incident. Lucy, a cross between a black Labrador and a curly coat retriever, vomited during a speech by Conservative member David Willits. On another occasion, his new guide dog led him to the Conservative Party benches. Bless. That is brief on that.
iconic part of the city's heritage. But the exceptional skill and courage of our emergency services prevented an even greater tragedy.
He doesn't sound very Scottish, does he?
We need a rapid, thorough investigation with urgent implementation of recommendations. Local businesses, commuters and residents are already feeling the impact, and recovery must be a shared priority. Will the Prime Minister join me in thanking our emergency services and supporting efforts to rebuild this vital part of Glasgow? Prime Minister.
Can I thank him for raising this devastating incident for Glasgow? My thoughts, and I'm sure everybody's thoughts, are with those who've seen their businesses and their livelihoods destroyed. Can I thank the emergency services who responded so quickly to the situation? And the people of Glasgow have seen far too many historic buildings suffer terrible fires over the last few years. And that's why we're investing to protect heritage.
Yeah, largely because that's one of the ways that, again, landlords get around planning problems. Because this keeps happening in lots of places, right? It's quite expensive for the landlords to upkeep very expensive buildings. But if they get listed, it means they can't knock them down and just replace them with new builds. So one way they get around that is just by, quote-unquote, accidentally having fires start in their buildings, therefore damaging them beyond repair so they can knock it down and build something new. And thereby the historic, unique character of the cities are being destroyed by the rapacious greed of capitalism. Why do we like this system again? Why is that? Why is this allowed ever?
Buildings in England, but we'll keep a careful eye on the situation that he arises.
Stephen Gatlin.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday in the Welsh Senate, a secret Whitehall memo was called out by its members that showed this government's attitude to devolution, a muscular unionism that Boris Johnson would have been proud of. So can I ask the Prime Minister, when Scottish and Welsh voters go to the polls, will he respect that decision? And furthermore, what is it about those elections that so seems to terrify him at the moment?
Well, to answer the second question first, actually we've got Jenny, so we might as well centre that absolute queen. To answer the second question first, he's scared of them because he's going to lose them, so that's nice. And secondly, the first point he raises, we already know that this government have an absolutely abysmal approach to devolution and seek to roll it back, even though it was one of the great achievements of the 97 to 2010 Labour government, was the fact that they did actually devolve some powers to the regions of the nation, or the nations of the country, or whatever. You know what I mean.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm not going to make any apologies for spending more money in Scotland or in Wales to improve people's lives. There's been record investment under this government into Scotland. The question is, where's the money gone, John?
Thank
you, Mr. Speaker.
He literally never answers the question, does he?
Last week, members from across this House and the other place felt compelled to write to Joe Boydell, the Chief Executive of Travelodge, following reports that in 2022, a man was given a key card and the room number of a woman staying alone in one of their hotels by staff, entered her room and sexually assaulted her. Most alarmingly, statements made by Travelodge implied that staff had acted fully in line with their security and safety protocols and within industry standards. Will the Prime Minister join me in urging Ms Boydell to take us up on our invitation to meet with all interested members of this House and the other place to outline what action Travelodge are urgently taking to meet their duty to safeguard women staying in their hotels?
Can I thank her for raising this absolutely shocking?
Considering the current Prime Minister's attitude towards sexual assault, I wouldn't advise a sexual assault victim to go to Parliament. She might bump into parliamentarians, after all.
Case and for talking to me last night about the details of it. My thoughts are with the victim who had a right to be safe and who was failed in the most appalling way. Travelodge must take serious action to ensure such an appalling incident can never...
Well, Cymru, that's the thing. It's not an optional union. It never was. It was always a lie. That's the answer. Wales and Scotland are merely the last colonies England can hold on to, because they're not so far away that they can't, like, send an army there if necessary. You know? Like, there's no way we'd have been giving back Hong Kong to the Chinese in '97 if we could have defended it, but we couldn't. What about the occupied 6? Well, there's that as well, yes, but let's say on the mainland. Yeah.
Never happen again. I'm concerned at reports that they haven't met members of Parliament. They should do so, and I should add that the Safeguarding Minister wants to meet them as well, and they should do that as well.
Vicky Slade.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. 2 weeks ago it was confirmed that no extra time will be provided in the other place to allow the assisted dying bill to complete its course. If this blocks the will of this democratically elected House, it will be a travesty for democracy and, more importantly, a tragedy for all those who are relying on it and have waited so long.
Yeah, the Lords are going to time out the bill. So, like, and I'm glad in one sense, because I don't want it to become legislation, but also I don't think the Lords should have any say in what legislation happens because they're not elected. But yes, the assisted dying bill will die a death. Ironically, it will be euthanised by people who are on the verge of death anyway, i.e., members of the House of Lords. Because it's a private members' bill, and because the Labour Party didn't want to put it in their manifesto in case it scared old people or whatever, rather than doing the honest thing and putting it in the manifesto, they put it in their shadow manifesto, as we all know. And now it's a private members' bill, which means that it isn't given government time, which means that if it reaches the time limit it has, and no vote takes place, it dies. It just disappears, as if all of that time never happened. So that's what happened. That's it. What do they keep saying the other place? Because Parliament is old and shit. So the Commons, when they want to refer to the Lords, will sometimes say the other place. And when the Lords want to refer to the Commons, they will sometimes say another place, which is slightly different. They'll say, like, in another place, such and such was discussed. Because Parliament is fucking rubbish, and, like, the rules were written in 1726 or something, you know?
Not least my own dad. Will he act now to prevent the dismissal of the views of 76% of the public, especially as other parts of our country approve it, and so secure a real legacy for social policy in this Parliament?
Prime Minister.
Can I thank her for raising this? And I know there are strong views, and I acknowledge her personal connection in relation to this, which shows how serious the issues are. It is a matter of conscience. It's for Parliament to decide the passage of the legislation and any changes. Scrutiny is a matter for the other place. We have a responsibility to make sure any legislation is workable, effective and enforceable.
That completes Prime Minister's question.
Fucking embarrassing as always. Not to pester, but did you see that? Did I see what? You referenced not going to Parliament if you were raped. It's not safe to be an MP if you're a woman, apparently. An MP talked on the jury bill, talked about how she was sexually assaulted as an MP at a work event. Good God. No, I did not see this.
I
have spoken before in this place about having PTSD as the result of being the victim of a crime, but I have never specified the nature of that crime, and in doing so, I'm aware that I am waiving my right to anonymity and the personal consequences that come along with that. I care profoundly about rape victims facing intolerable delays for their day in court. I know only too well what that feels like, as after being raped at an event that I attended in my capacity as a Member of Parliament, I waited 1,088 days to go to court. And the government's framing and narrative has been to pit survivors and defendants against each other in a way I think is deeply damaging. We have been told that if we have concerns about this bill, it is because we have not been raped or because we don't care enough for rape victims. The opposite is true in my case. It is because I have been raped that I'm as passionate as I am about what it means for a justice system to be truly victim-focused. It is because I have endured every indignity that our broken criminal justice system could mete out that I care what kind of reform will actually deliver justice for survivors and victims of crime more widely.
Jesus fucking Christ, that was powerful. That was powerful. I don't know that I can add to that other than getting rid of jury trials is a disgusting abuse of the system, and wasn't in the manifesto either. So, but yeah, I mean, all power to her. Hopefully she gets justice and all of that. But yeah, in terms of Prime Minister's questions, yeah, Stephen Flynn and Jenny were the only real upsides, to be honest. And we didn't even get fucking Diane Abbott didn't even get to speak. God almighty, or get to ask a question, whatever. God almighty. Yeah. Have we got anything that's a little more positive to end on? I feel like that no offence to that person, I don't wish to diminish her story in any way whatsoever. But this, I do entertainment here. So yeah, if anyone's got like a cute thing that will, you know, a palate cleanser, a mental health, deep breath, so to speak. That's true, yeah, nothing they do was in the manifesto, mainly because there was nothing in the fucking manifesto. They just wrote the word change and left it there. That is not a palate cleanser, I can't give a duck. No, that is not a palate cleanser. Well, potato is literally a palate cleanser, but not in that context. Did you know sub-goals help you earn 14% more sub-revenue on average? Set one before you go live. Thank you for interrupting me to tell me that, Twitch. God bless you. I really needed that. I really needed to hear or to read that. Thank you. You know what we need. We need the mental health break of the chilling capybara. If it will fucking load. Come on now, you shithouse. Fucking hate YouTube so much. I hate it so fucking much. I know what he wants me to do. He wants me to turn the ad block off. And I don't want to turn the ad block off, because it'll just give me loads of ads for what is a 3-minute video.
Is it a hog? Is it a beaver? Or is it a rodent of unusual size? Nope, nope, and yes. Well, sort of. It's a capybara, the biggest rodent on Earth.
We don't need to listen to Americans. What we need to do is just watch a cappy swimming around with some tangerines. Look at that. Fuck yes, lad. Go on. Look at that. They're so chill with everything. Just, yeah, I got a duck on my back. And what? Do they have any predators? No, because everyone likes capybaras. Every single creature, every person. Like, how could you hunt that? It's It's just chill as fuck. Look at them. The whole gang, the whole crew, just absolutely posing. That is, honestly, amazing shit. Some little caplets. Oh, steam bath. Fuck yes. He's got a little monkey friend. Fuck yes. Go on, lads. Oh, hang on. I'm glad we're not listening to whatever she's saying. The fuck is that? I don't know what the fuck this video is. It went a bit weird. Oh, yes. Kippy Bara. Fuck yes. Mud bath. Cappy Spara. Because the mud bath is a spa. Getting some scran on. Love it. Oh, yes. They couldn't be happier. Just existing is cool. See, that's what I mean. You don't put that kind of shit on a burger. Give it to a capybara. Can we reload with this audio, please? You like my commentary? Look at that, just one paw. I'm just gonna have one paw on the edge. Love it. Look at that. That's like a family gathering. That it's gotta be. The whole squad moving out. Fuck yes. Little pupper friend. And a human friend. Oh, scratch my belly! Scratch my belly! Fuck yes. And little kisses. Little kisses to end on. See, this is what we needed. Little mental health cleanse. The capybara always does the trick. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Anyway. Scranny bara. Fuck yes. Anyway. Yeah. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go now and get very annoyed at football. I'm sure. Wish me luck. Would they eat Trump? No, they don't eat shit. Boom. Okay, who's going on YouTubes that I can send everyone over to? No, I don't want to share. Dickhead. Where are we? Where are we? Who is streamaging on YouTube? Nobody. Brilliant. Well, there's this space, which is a kind of vaguely lefty thing, so I'll just send you over there. I don't co-sign everything on there because I don't know enough about them, but it seems cool. Like a collaborative thing. I don't know. Go and check them out. And who is going on Twitch? James is going. Okay, I'll send you over to James then. Sod it. Go over to James on the interwebs. And yes, I'll be back tomorrow, possibly for question time, possibly with No Justice, who is now back from Pastaland, as I'm going to quite racistly call it. Yeah. They elected a fascist. I don't feel like I need to be nice. Although we elected fucking Keir Starmer, so anyway, let us not talk of such things. I'll see you all tomorrow. Free Palestine, free everywhere, just fucking everywhere. No pass around.